Hello, East Texas, and welcome back into the Beast Texas Breakdown Podcast. I'm Serenity Douglas, joined with Jimmy Sear-Foss, one of our digital producers / sports guys, sports fanatics. We have plenty of sports topics to cover, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, Jimmy, we were just talking about some of the biggest sports stories that happened so far this week / last week. The Washington Hail Mary is at the top of the list for me. Obviously, the World Series would be on the top of the list for Dan Millay. Obviously, Trayvon Diggs getting into it with the WFAA reporter Mike Leslie about, talk about something else, but don't talk about me. That also is a big thing. And then the brother, wide receiver Stephon Diggs, tore his ACL. He is out for the remainder of the season. We got D. Wade's statue. It was questionable. It wasn't bad. To me, it was questionable. Statues don't necessarily always look like people, to me. Bronny and LeBron James playing together, and we got some Heisman action. Jimmy, what has been on your mind, though, for the sports topics?
Could just be just the circles I'm in,
Okay.
Where I'm from, where I've been. The Heisman is right on my mind right now. It's been pretty much all over my feed. It's all I'm seeing. It's kind of a mix, a hodgepodge of people right now, but there's really just two that stand out, obviously, in Ashton Jeanty and Travis Hunter from Colorado. They've just been phenomenal. And my biggest problem right now is the people trying to bring down one of these two athletes in order to talk about the other one. Both of these people are doing fantastic things that we've rarely seen, if not ever before. And to talk down on what one of these people is doing on the field is ridiculous. There's a way to talk about this without bringing down what Hunter or Ashton are doing.
I agree. I mean, I think I saw a podcast of Travis Hunter talking about Mr. Jeanty because it's pretty clear that Ashton Jeanty, his numbers are just insane from Boise State. But it's just the fact that he's a running back. Okay, not a lot of running backs have won the Heisman. But that does not mean that not a lot of running backs can win the Heisman. And maybe it's because, like, the stats and the numbers, like wide receiver ratio and running back ratio, they're like, well, which one is more impressive? Well, we technically see a whole lot of quarterbacks win the Heisman, too. So neither of these athletes should be talking about either or. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. Some of the talk I've seen it's hard to explain, but we also have to acknowledge the fact that it's about what schools they go to. Sometimes a school that's not as flashy will not get enough credit for the Heisman watch list, for the Heisman winner. I mean, Caleb Williams won USC, that's a huge school. Jaden Daniels, LSU, that's a huge school. Nobody's talking about Boise State. Sorry, but they're not. And nobody's talking about Colorado in that conversation until Travis Hunter really came along. But everybody has been talking about the prime effect at Colorado. Me included. I watch all of the Colorado games, by the way. And if y'all don't know that, Jimmy is a Colorado grad. So, we love the Buffs over here.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe a little bit too much. It hurts a little bit.
Sometimes. Only sometimes. Y'all are
That's
doing
sports.
good.
That's sports. Sports hurts.
Yeah.
Sports hurts. That's what makes it great.
It absolutely does. No, for sure. So then who's on your watch list then?
For the Heisman?
Yeah, for the Heisman.
Honestly, I'd probably give it to Travis just because of the uniqueness of it. But at the same time, what a brutal year to have the best year of your life, Well, even if you are a guy like Dylan Gabriel who's kind of on the outside looking in of it, he's having a great year.
Yeah.
Heck, Shador's having a great year. But it doesn't matter because these two guys are putting up generational numbers on a scale that we haven't seen in a long time, if not ever.
So you're saying Travis Hunter should get it?
I should say Travis Hunter should probably get it.
See, and I just asked for the watch list. He needs to win. At least, okay, my watch list, Cameron Ward from Miami. He's so cool, calm, and collected. He should be on the watch list. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be the top three. I think Shedeur Sanders. I fully agree with an interview that I saw Coach Prime did. He said, he's 16 for 16. But y'all aren't even thinking about, he should be in the Heisman conversation, but he's not in the Heisman conversation. Why? Because he's my son. And I love Coach Prime, but I definitely fully agree with him when he said that, because I do think that what I have noticed with social media is when there's hype, there's always like the haters who are literally like, oh, they're getting hyped, so I'm just going to talk about how he does everything wrong. But it's like, Shedeur played really, really well last game, and I think that he deserves to at least be in the conversation. And I think that's what he was saying. Does he deserve to have the Heisman? No. I don't even think he doesn't think he deserves to have the Heisman. He's like, Travis Hunter should have it.
And like you said, there's always that speculation when you're playing daddy ball. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was a little skeptical too. When he came up here from Jackson State, I was like, well, let's pump the brakes a little bit. He was playing for his dad. But then obviously he did what he did. But there's that kind of daddy ball where your kid is the best player and then there's the LeBron kind of daddy ball.
Exactly.
That
Because
is not
Bronny,
as-
speaking of that, he's headed to the G League, where he deserves to be. We
Yeah.
saw LeBron and Bronny hit the court. Okay, they made history. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now it's time for him to go to where he belongs, and that's the G League. And that's no shade. It's no knock either. Go there, develop. Plenty of people get brought up from the G League. It's no knock. Get your reps in, especially because he didn't play that much at USC.
No, he didn't. He was
at
hurt.
all.
He was hurt for a long time.
So it's like, well, how about he puts up some numbers? Nobody's expecting him to put up LeBron's numbers. Well, that says a lot. People might be expecting him to put up LeBron's numbers. I don't expect him to put up LeBron's numbers, but I expect him to have something.
The biggest problem,
need
I
something.
think, is just that he didn't even kind of show it in college. You know, that he had that flash or potential. It
6
is
points?
Literally, I remember covering a Colorado game when USC came to town. They played in Boulder, and he put up 0 points. That just doesn't happen to NBA prospects.
Exactly.
And it's not even like the defensive skills are there. Maybe he's a great rebounder or something like that. It's just, you got to get the reps in.
Absolutely.
And he may be a great athlete. He may end up being a really good NBA player, but you just don't have the reps to get you where you need to be.
I agree. It's not like they're saying, oh, 100 assists, 100 blocks. No, his numbers are very minimal. But I was rooting to see the dad-son combo.
I would love to see an alley-oop.
And yeah, me too.
That D-Wade, oh my God, the D-Wade picture with LeBron would have been
Remade?
sick
Like,
with his
come
son
on,
tossing it up.
something. So I just think I was rooting for it, the father-son duo, the first time in NBA history. So I was rooting for it. I just think now they're doing the right thing. It would
Yeah.
be different if like he's taking somebody's spot who like actually put up the numbers. But now they're sending him to where he belongs, and then I'm sure he'll come.
But if I was a Lakers fan, I would be livid. You wasted a draft pick on a guy you know is going to have to go to the G League. I guess that happens a lot with the second round. You know, NBA draft is weird, but
It is
with
a lot
someone
different.
with the amount of potential that he had, and they knew he had, probably would have liked to see it go to someone else.
Yeah, but we do have to give credit where credit is due. In the combine, during the tryouts, I don't know if it's called a combine with the NBA, but during that point, Bronny thrived. But what was kind of funny is that he was kind of going viral for maybe he should be, trying out for the NFL. Like this guy's wingspan is crazy. His numbers are crazy. He should be playing, tight end.
The same goes for LeBron. LeBron was playing tight end in high school for a
That's
little
what
bit.
I'm
He had
saying.
some looks. He
So
had
look,
looks to
see,
get
like
into the
father,
NFL.
like son. So I mean, I'm gonna be interested to see how far they go. But we got to transition into just out of basketball into the Dwayne Wade statue. Now I'm gonna insert a picture of said statue. It's not good, but after further investigation, Jimmy, I saw that D Wade approved it. But I mean,
Like I said this earlier. I don't know if you ever been to like a barber shop and he messes up your hair a little bit, and you don't want to tell him because you don't want to hurt their feelings. You're like, oh yeah, that's good. And you pay for it, and then you go on your way, and then you just have to live with this terrible haircut for 2 weeks till you go back. That's essentially what I think happened here.
You're
I
not
think
wrong.
he was
He's
just
like, okay.
that's good.
They
yeah.
saw him looking at it, and he's like, huh. The release date is October 26th. I can't tell them to start over. I'm not going to be that diva and tell them to start, but maybe you should have.
Maybe you should have. I don't know if we have that picture or not, but if you look at it, he's got a 90-degree angle on that chin. It is it is sharp.
Yeah.
It
It's
looks
not
like
good.
You ever seen what is it, The Godfather? Where the Godfather's got that crazy big chin.
Yeah.
He's got the crimson chin on that chin.
Yeah,
on that
no, for
statue.
sure. I mean, it's not good, but like I said, I don't really think that statues really look like people, especially action shots.
Well, you know who gets it right is the NFL. They have their
Okay.
Hall of Fame guys.
You're
I don't know.
right.
There was a picture on Twitter that popped up for me. It was in the Ed Reed Hall of Fame statue, and he looks fantastic. It looks
Okay.
awesome. His hair
Okay.
looks great. You can see the texture in his face. It's
Okay.
awesome.
So like I said, maybe the action shots.
Maybe they're just not getting the right guys.
Maybe they're not
Could
getting
be
the
that.
right guys. I mean, yeah, you're right. The NFL guys, the Ricky Williams one in front of Texas, that one's pretty good. The Earl Campbell one, like my dad was very proud. They're like, they did it right. They did it right. So maybe it's just like, yeah, maybe not an action shot, and maybe just like a regular,
Yeah,
nice
why are you
statue
trying
of
to
them.
do?
Yeah,
Just have them stand
You
there.
really,
You don't gotta do all that.
really chose the yelling one. Like that's a tall order.
You know what? Well, I think the biggest problem is that the statue is showing emotion. And he's showing a face. You look at the Dirk statue outside
Yeah.
at the Maverick Stadium, fantastic statue. But he's doing the main point of the statue isn't his face; it's the shot that he's doing. This
Yeah.
famous, step back or
You're right.
fall back shot. You're not looking at his face; you're looking at the motion.
You're
and I
right.
think that's the big problem here. We keep trying to emulate faces, and you need to start emulating motions.
Ooh, I like, yeah. That's what it is, because I have not been able to put my finger on what it is about
Yeah.
it that just sucks. But that's what it is. And even then, not just motion, but emotion. I don't think that emotions can come through, personally, through statues as much as people think it can. A lot of the statues that we see in, Italy and Venice, they're people that we didn't see their real, we don't know these people. They're in the 1800s. So how can we really tell, side by side, no, they didn't get it right. This is all we see. But with him, it's side by side, and we could see that it's just not coming through. It's not giving, but I mean, what are you gonna do? At least you get a statue.
At least you got a statue, and it's
least you got a statue.
it's something that I can't say I have. I don't have a statue.
Exactly, me either. I mean, who can
I
we
barely
say?
have a desk.
What was the NBA player? He just got his, and it was just really small.
Oh.
That was recently. It was really small, and it was just not good because it was tiny. Can't remember who it was, but I'll probably end up remembering right after we're done recording.
That's how it goes.
I mean, but look, so some more sports topics that just have trailblazed trending this week. The Washington Commanders, Hail Mary.
Yeah, great
Beautiful.
play, and somehow it's been dwarfed by what the the Bears player was doing,
Yeah.
talking to the fans. And I don't know if you could see him, the Bears fans in the
He's like
stands,
this,
pointing,
talking crap.
He's trying to talk to the fans, and some of the Bears fans in attendance are like, "Hey, well, the play's
Pay
going
attention."
on. Pay attention. The play's happening down over there." And then he ends up making a play on it. It's just
The wrong play.
the wrong play. Well, in those situations, you hear a lot of them. They want you to swat the ball down. Fortunately, he just got the wrong end of the ball. Ended up swatting the ball into the hands of the receiver. But I don't. It just happens. I think if he makes that play, probably a little bit less of a deal. Bad luck there. I think
was
it's
just bad luck.
Wrong place, wrong time. I mean, he's doing the wrong thing, and then it just kind of compiled into a series of unfortunate events.
No, absolutely. I think it is just shape shifted into something that they just did not expect at all. It was just unfortunate. Like you said, Hail Marys, there's only 1 in 5 that actually go right. So
I'd say less than that.
yeah, probably even. Yeah, I'm really giving
Yeah.
it more credit than it should have. So not a lot of it goes right, but it's the fact that you were doing the wrong thing in that play that it's striking everybody as no, that's a no-no. 1, you're talking crap to the fans. That's a no-no during a play. 2, you didn't even see that the play was starting. That's horrible. And then 3, you're the one who tips it. This is
Yeah.
just all bad. It's
Tough luck.
all bad. Yeah.
It's been a weird week of catches that have gone wrong for certain people.
Yeah.
Like the World Series last night.
Let's talk about the World Series last night. The New York Yankees up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The brothers tried to pry the Dodgers player's hand open to get the ball. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna.
There's instant replay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say. I'm not surprised with the Yankees fans, but damn. Damn.
mean-
Come on. We know what the Yankees fans are like.
Yeah, I know.
We know that some of these guys, give me that ball.
Yeah, literally. And when I saw replay, I saw it live. Didn't really register what it was. I wasn't really paying attention. I was working. But when I saw the replay this morning, I didn't know that he really went to that extent of literally both hands like this. What?
I
It's
don't
not
know.
just you reached out too far and now, you're messing with the ball in play. But it literally was the ball was caught and you tried to just get it out of his glove.
And then the dude next to him was trying to say, justify it. I was like, no, he's behind the line. That's our ball. No, dude.
No.
Come on. It's just a problem. I would be so livid if I was Mookie Betts. I would probably not be able to focus the rest of the game.
He was mad.
Be trying to understand what the heck just happened.
What
Trying to open the glove. Are you kidding me? Are we 5? Are we 5 years old? What is happening here?
No, literally.
A grown man is trying to fight
Two
for a
of 'em,
baseball
pretty
at a
much,
baseball
yeah.
game. Come on now.
Yeah, no.
What are we doing?
No, it wasn't right. It wasn't right. Not even in the slight. Not even in the slightest. I just could not believe my eyes of literally seeing him like this in his face, and now it's been a meme
Yeah.
trying to open.
It's all smushed up.
Yeah,
He's got the
and
hat
then-
on to the side.
Exactly,
Like,
and then
come
to
on now.
think that the ball actually popped out of the glove, so that means that he caught it. Betts caught it. and you were still trying to interfere. So yes, they were saw out of the game. Yes, they were kicked out. Of course.
Thankfully.
You're going for the Dodgers?
I'm not really shooting for anybody in this
Okay.
World Series. I have ties to both ends.
Okay.
But I just can't really. I don't want to support either ends of these empires.
Okay.
But I don't like necessarily the big money bullies in baseball because it's rarely worked out for them. I talk to people all the time. Oh, I don't watch a lot of baseball because it's the same teams every time. But it's really not. A lot of
not.
times you don't see these Dodgers, the Yankees winning these World Series or even, making it. Dodgers made it in, 2020? And people call that a Mickey Mouse World Series because it was, whatever season. But a lot of times in the last, however many years, it's been a different champion pretty often.
Yeah.
Even going back, when Washington played the Houston Astros or whoever's playing in the World Series, it's not the same team every time. And I don't like it when the big teams that are banking out, almost $1 billion on the field to field the team, making it to the World Series because, I like to see when the little guys win.
Yeah.
And that's why, I was really excited when Arizona popped up last year, made it to the
Diamondbacks,
World
yeah.
Series. And then the Rangers, who people don't consider a big market team as much, but they're a big market team.
They're big market. They just
DFW,
didn't-
Dallas
they
is a
did-
big
I mean,
market.
they hadn't had a World Series championship, so it is. Yeah, I understand that completely. But I mean, speaking of things to get angry about, and this will be my last point, Jimmy, unless you have anything else. Trayvon Diggs. After the game, the Cowboys, they lost. The score wasn't that bad, 30-24, I want to say, to the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are a great team, but I thought maybe having the bye would help them. It was a bad game. It was poorly executed from start to finish. Yes, the Cowboys were up 10-6 going into halftime. So what? Because then you come out in the third quarter and you let them score back to back to back. The Cowboys went scoreless in the third quarter. You tried to come back in the fourth when there's only a minute left and you score, but what does that do? All that does is just make you down by 6. But now the game is over and you gave up 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. Cool. But where Trayvon Diggs messed up is when he decided to go into the locker room, get on his phone, and look at Twitter. His pads weren't even off yet. So when you do that, it's Cowboys Nation. You know what you signed up for. Let's start there. The Cowboys are one of the worst fan base there are. They're kind of like Yankees fans. Very, very passionate. And that passion can go the wrong way when you're not playing good. Duh. So he goes into the locker room, sees a tweet by WFAA's Mike Leslie. We work very closely with Mike Leslie. They serve down a lot of content to us because they are our sister station. And he's very opinionated. I don't even think he was being as worse as he could have been. He has gone in before. And he tweeted, Trayvon Diggs, what were you doing on this play? Did he at Trayvon Diggs? No. So I'm like, how in the world did Diggs see it? Nobody knows. So he decided to come back out of the locker room and talk to him. Like, you don't know what happened during that play. You don't know what you're talking about. Cursing at this man. Mike Leslie is like, I'm a reporter. I get yelled at all the time. He's just sitting there. It's like, well, we can talk about it. And then he's like, we can talk about something that will not be said on air.
He did stand on it.
He stood on it.
Stood on
yeah, he stood on it and everything. So I'm just kind of like, was the play that bad for Mike Leslie to be commenting on it? No. Do we comment on things because we're reporters? Yes. Is it that serious? No. Second of all, Mike Zimmer even said it. I mean, the defensive coordinator. Like, what are you doing going into the locker room and immediately getting on Twitter anyway?
Yeah, it's just a weird, I think it's just high emotions right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
is.
if I'm a Cowboy, let alone a Cowboys fan, you are just feeling awful. You think, you know,
Yeah.
you reached the rock bottom, was it 2 weeks ago after that massive loss, and then you come out, you think you got it, and you go lose again.
Yeah.
I think it's just emotions are running hot. The play really, in my eyes, wasn't that bad. But, we're always making comments. It's the job of a reporter. You got to get the tweets out. You got to, talk about the game. But I think it's just high emotions. I don't necessarily blame the athlete for getting a little upset. It sounds like they might talk about it a little more in depth, which honestly gets some more clicks, more engagement, more
Yeah.
attention, and that's perfect for everybody involved. But just emotions are running high, man, and I'm not really pointing fingers at any time in this action at this time because I don't think it's as deep as everyone's making it out to be. I think it happened in front of a bunch of cameras.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part of this. But high emotions. You're losing. I think at the end of the day, Diggs is feeling worse than the reporter is on this one.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think anybody was like so incredibly wrong because there's sides to everybody has sides pretty much. Like, so even when Diggs was on Micah Parsons' podcast, The Edge, that week, and he explained it further, he was just like, I thought that was the best game I've ever had. And technically it was. He did really, really good this game. So then to still come up with a loss and you're so close, you're just frustrated in general. So then to say, he said, to see somebody, talking about things like that, talking your name bad, like it's going to get under your skin. I agree. But I think it was just where he messed up is one, yes, how he went about it. And then like let it simmer. And then two, you seeing it as quickly as you did, no, like that makes you look worse because it makes it look like your head is in the wrong place. And we see athletes all the time. CeeDee Lamb has done it plenty of times. Respond to reporters once they see it on Twitter later on, like things like that. But it's like I said, fresh pads, and that's why I'm kind of like, my guy, like let the loss simmer a little bit. Why are you even picking up your phone at all if it's not to call your wife, your girlfriend, and everything else like that? But you haven't even gotten to the press conference. It's not like somebody asked you a dumb question in the press conference. You got on social media, and that's where it just kind of like diminishes the argument. But I don't think neither party was wrong. They have actually spoken now.
Yes.
They had their media day like Cowboys do every Wednesday, and they're fine. I think they kind of even laughed it off because somebody sent Mike Leslie some nuts to the station. Like a bowl of peanuts to the station just to kind of like poke fun at one of the comments that Diggs had. But we shall see what they're going to do.
Yeah, the weird thing that stood out to me, though, was that wasn't necessarily weird, but Diggs made the comment of, you couldn't do what I do. I was like, yeah,
well,
that's why we're reporters.
Well, yeah.
That's why we are doing what we do here. That's the whole point of what we do.
Okay, so then say it to every single fan who's in your DMs and in your comments. Like,
yeah.
What? So yeah, it was for sure high emotion, and that's why I wish that he would have just sat on it. Because I can always understand when athletes do it when they're in their press conference and they just got like a dumb question that was asked. What happened on this play? Or what are you going to do about this loss? Like, okay, emotions are high, but that kind of felt like it was sought out. He even said he saw the tweet, and then he went and clicked on a profile. And he was like, "Oh, this guy is right outside my locker room. I'm going to go say something." Why?
Emotional conversations always lead to problems.
Always lead to problems. So, I mean, it was entertaining in general. Mike Leslie, he's been in the game for a long time, so he took it like a G. And every reporter is going to have a story. Shoot, I have a couple stories. Not on that level, luckily, but I have a couple stories. So, I mean, it is what it is. All right. It's time to wrap up, Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
We have plenty of more sports updates to get to. And I'm going to miss all of the sports action if we don't go ahead and get to it. But make sure you guys are continuously tuning in every single week for the Beast Texas Breakdown podcast, where we talk about anything, everything, and all